Yeah, there's a little family in here. Hopefully it's not like...
It's a whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
All right, today's the day. We are gonna figure out a way to get this V6 into this bay. So our idea is, at least initially, is we need to get all of this stuff cleaned up, and I'm gonna try to pull the red car into the middle, and then we're gonna try to pull the V6 with my four-wheeler into this bay. So at the end of this clip, we should have 3 Mustangs in this garage.
Y'all gonna what, push me forward?
Yeah.
And then we'll stop
Hit my arm.
What'd you do?
I hit my arm on the side of the garage. Mission success. So we're gonna start on our drift project series. So this has a V6 that's blown up in it. We gotta pull the engine out of this. So today, what I'm hoping we can do is get the wheels off of it. I know to pull this engine, we need to get the wiring harness all disconnected. I know we need to get the transmission disconnected. And then I think what we're gonna try to do is lower the engine and lift the car off of it. So we'll see how far we get today, but as of right now, this is the kickoff for the V6 drift car. Now that we got the hood off, now we got to start disconnecting. We'll take like the intake and anything that we see is connected to something, and we also want to disconnect the wiring harness. Now, a lot of these in the earlier years, they'll have something like this where it's just one bolt, and we can take this whole bulkhead off, and then the wiring harness that's attached to the engine should be able to come off with the engine. But there might be stuff on the bottom that we gotta look to make sure that is correct. But I'm pretty sure we can take this bolt off in these few disconnects and it'll come out.
Yeah, there's a little family in here. Hopefully it's not like...
It's a whole ecosystem.
Yeah. There was an ecosystem under the cow. There it is.
Hey, save that, we gotta put it back on.
There it goes.
I don't want to do this.
It's not. They're coming back out.
Come on. Come on.
Done took the brake off, and notice this thing's got a little wobble to it. Camera may not even pick it up. Dude, that sucker has got a wobble to it.
How does that even happen?
Is it breaking loose?
Yep, got it. It's all loose besides that one.
See if you can lift it up and push towards the back.
Well, we're lodged. Good?
Yep.
Look at that.
What our new thought is, we'll just put one bolt on each side, just enough to kind of hold it there, and when we lower the car down onto the ground, we'll try to reach up under there and get those 2 bolts out, and then it will only drop those couple inches to the ground instead of from 6 foot high. I know these brakes need to come off because our ultimate goal is we're gonna drop the engine with the K-member, and if we left the brakes on, the brake lines will be a problem. So wheels had to come off, brakes came off. If we come up underneath here, drive shaft had to come off, which you just disconnect the 4 bolts here and then it will actually slide out. It will leak if you're doing this on your own, so be mindful of that. We took the exhaust off because the exhaust is connected to the headers up here and they needed to come off. I think that's everything on the bottom side. As we went, we disconnected any wiring harness stuff that we came across. And then I think last thing underneath here is the clutch cable. So you have to disconnect your clutch cable. We also need to disconnect the starter. And the main reason is there's some wiring harness still connected to it. So we need to get rid of the starter. Over here, we need to disconnect the steering column. And you might have to come on this side to see it. We got our motor mount nuts. We need to disconnect these motor mount nuts because once we get this on the ground, we want to be able to take it all apart. On this side of the car, we needed to take the hood off, and the reason we needed the hood off is there's going to be a engine stand that goes across here, and it's just way easier not to fight the hood. Once that engine stand is across here, we will undo these shock mounts on both sides, and basically the engine will be fully supported by this engine stand. And then we'll drop it, the K-member, down onto a carpet dolly, and then we'll lift the car up off of it. The only other things to point out up here is be very mindful of all your wires and things like your AC and power steering, those lines, everything has to come off. And no matter how thorough you are, you're gonna forget something. We're about to take off these power steering lines, and I want to show this because this is like one of the first things that they upgrade. This is their joke of what they call a cooling lines for your power steering. It's just literally a line that just loops and comes right back.
When we're in the dark and we're all alone, oh darling, well, I can share my love with you. No one knows.
I'm just gonna Ooh, almost the bottom right out of it. I love it.
Oh, we ran out.
Wow, what a hole. Dude, we gotta use a wow, from Home Alone. Again, another Home Alone reference. Gotta use that in here somewhere. Look at that, look at it. Look at it.
Look at that, dude. Hang on, let me see. I can't see myself.
Yeah, it's like,
Look at that, dude. I still can't see myself. That's awesome. Oh, somebody turned the autofocus off.
I didn't do it, I swear.
All right, engine's out. It was easy enough.